Right, so if we come onto our mats, so if we come down first of all, and if it's all right, we'll just work with a bit of the breathing, and then we'll go into a sequence, salute to the sun. So we'll take our time, and it's like everything else, you always work to what feels right for you. If something doesn't feel right, I'll adapt it. I'll go into stages, just make sure you're sorry. So coming down onto your back, so soles of your feet flat to the floor, and just wiggle around a little bit, make sure that you're comfortable. So taking a nice, I want to say comfortable, but make sure that you can stay quite still for a little bit. If you need to move, obviously you move. Arms down by your side. And if you're okay to close your eyes, close your eyes. And the next time you breathe in, take your arms up. And as you breathe out, take your arms back down to your side. So just gentle and easy. So nothing special really, just breathing in, we take the arms up. And as we breathe out, we bring the arms back down to our side. So taking your time, on the in-breath, the arms come up. And as you breathe out, the arms go down. If I'm saying things too fast or too slow, you adapt it to what feels right for you. Because yoga, your practice is yours, your body. And you know more than anybody else what you need. If you're okay with your eyes closed, just really focusing in and feeling that movement of the arms moving through space. And as you breathe in and the arms come up, can you feel the weight of the arms rest down into the shoulders? And as you breathe out and the arms go back down to your sides, can you feel the weight of the arms resting to the floor? And as you breathe in and the arms come up, can you feel the breath in the belly? And as you breathe out and the arms come down, can you feel the belly sink? So as you breathe in and the arms come up, the belly might rise. And as you breathe out, the arms come down, you might feel the belly sink. Now this time, when you breathe in and the arms come up, stay there, breathe as you need to. Just give the arms a little bit of a circle, or the hands a little bit of a shake, whatever feels doable for you. And stop there for a few moments. And we can, if it's okay for you, reach up as though you could touch the ceiling. So that really tenses up the shoulders. You can draw the chin slightly down, breathe in. And as you breathe out, keep the arms up, but let the shoulders really rest into the floor. Breathe as you need to. And then again, breathe in. And this time as you breathe out, can you take the arms wide at shoulder height, palms facing up. As you breathe in, take the arms up. And as you breathe out, this time go wide, palms facing up. Arms come to the floor if possible. Breath comes in, arms come up. Breath leaves, take the arms out to the side. So if it's all right, continue with this and feel if you can be aware of the breath in your chest. So when we change the position of our arm, the arm movement, our lungs, our chest, our breathing responds in kind. So when we're doing these kind of movements with the shoulders and with the arms, the breath goes into the central part of the lungs, into the mid part of the chest. So feel that when you breathe in, can you feel the chest rise? And as you breathe out, can you feel the chest sink? Let's see how that feels. The next time you breathe in, take the arms up. Stay there as you need to, breathe as you need to, I should say. And again, reach up as though you could touch the ceiling, so that peels the shoulders off the floor. And if you draw your chin slightly down, you're really rounding the back of the body. You can feel that tension, breathe in. And as you breathe out, keep the arms up but let the shoulders sink. Let the elbows soften. Really feel the back of the shoulders rest into the floor. Breathe in. And this time as you breathe out, take the arms on the floor above your head, if possible. As you breathe in, take the arms up. And as you breathe out, take the arms on the floor above your head. Or to where they go, because this isn't always possible for some of us. So the in-breath takes the arms up. The out-breath takes the arms on the floor above our head. And this takes our breath into the upper part of the lungs, the very top of our lungs. The apex is just underneath the collarbone, so it's quite high up. And when we do this movement with the arms, we're opening up and we're trying to expand, open the spaces in the upper part of the lungs. So just this simple exercise really helps us find different parts of our lungs. Most of us only breathe in about 30% of our lung spaces. So on the out breath, we take the arms overhead. And as we breathe in, we bring the arms back up. So we can increase the amount of space we breathe into just by these simple exercises. And the next time your arms come on the floor above your head, if it's all right, stay there. If it's not okay, obviously bring your arms down, let them go to where they feels comfortable for you. Take the elbows quite wide, so we're not stretching. Stop there for a few moments. And if it's all right, let your knees drop to the right. And you feel that stretch along the left side of the body. Bring the knees back up and let your knees drop over to the left, and feel that stretch along the right side of the body. And just doing that a few times, just starting to ease into the hips in the same way that we've been working into the shoulders, so kind of knowing what you're doing all the time. And then when you're ready, bring the knees back up and draw the knees in towards you. Lightly place your hands on your knees and stop there for a few moments. Feel the breath. Feel the breath in the back of the body, the front of the body, the side of the body. And if it's okay, just rock the knees from side to side, just seeing how that feels in yourself. Come to centre when you're ready. Feel the weight of your body. And for a moment, stop. And then when you're ready, roll onto your side, whichever side feels nice for you. And we're going to come into all fours. So taking your time. So we're coming to all fours. So if you give the hands a little bit of a shake, lift up one knee at a time. So just getting that sense of connection with the ground. And we just do a few little cat stretches. So when you're ready, round or arch the spine and your gaze goes towards your knees. And you can breathe in. And then as you breathe out, take the gaze forward, slowly, carefully, and you feel the dipping between the shoulder blades and the dipping at the back of the waist. As you breathe in, round or arch the spine. And then as you breathe out, let yourself sink between the shoulders, sink at the back of the waist. And just feeling that movement, that fluid, if you can, that feeling of fluidity in the spine as well. It's a really nice way to connect into those parts of your body. Well done. And then when you're ready, we just come to a neutral spine. And we're just going to rock the hips from side to side. So you're going to feel the weight go more into one side, or one hand and one knee, as you rock the hips from side to side. And then see, is it possible now, can we start to circle the hips? And you can be quite small, you can stay quite small first of all, and then gradually make the circles a little bit deeper, so perhaps the hips can go a little bit further back towards the heels, perhaps the top of the head can go a little bit further past the hands. So just seeing what's possible for you. Weight bearing in the wrists and the knees, I know can be quite difficult or quite challenging for some of us, but weight bearing is one of the only things that really does help improve bone density and strength for the bones. And then go the other way, circle the other way when you're ready. And start off quite small, and you can stay quite small, or you can go quite big, just seeing what feels doable for you. And then coming to centre when you're ready, give the hands a bit of a shake, one at a time. Lift up one knee at a time. And maybe take the hands a little bit further forward, a little bit wider. And then when you're ready, we're going to send the crown of the head forward. And then we're going to bring the hips back. Send the crown of the head forward a little bit, and then bring the hips back. So you're just rocking forward and back now. So you're really feeling the movement through the knees and the wrists. And as the crown of the head goes forward, can you keep the elbows quite soft? And as the crown of the head moves forward past the hands, can you let the hips drop a little bit? Hips don't have to come all the way to the floor. And then see if you can look forward. If it's not possible, you just need to take the hands a little bit further forward or a little bit wider. Then ease the hips back towards the heels. So see if you can go back into child's pose. See how that is. You can bring the elbows a little bit closer just to give the shoulders a bit of a break. You can turn the palms up and just fold the fingers in and out. And then we just do that one more time. So from all fours, if you take your hands, if you have the wrists underneath the shoulders, and then take the hands at least another hand span forward, at least another hand, and a little bit wider, because you're thinking you're going to get your chest through here. We're going to ease the hips back towards the heels. Let the elbows soften a little bit or bend a little bit. That keeps the shoulders away from the ears. And then think of the elbows or the wrists coming back towards the knees as you send the crown of your head forward. Find the outside edges of the wrist, the inside edge of the wrist. Let the hips be heavy from inside underneath the ribs. You lift. And the elbows can still stay quite soft. That's okay. Think of the shoulders being drawn back, I suppose, towards the hips or towards the heels even. And the gaze goes forward. And then come up into all fours. Tuck your toes under. Lift up one knee at a time. And then from here, see if we can lift the knees and come up into down dog. So think of the crown of the head moving forward as the heels go towards the floor. The elbows are soft. And think of the space between the base of the throat, the collarbones, and the knees really widening. So the crown of the head moves forward as the heels move back towards the floor. Make sure you're breathing. Then we lift the heels to bring the knees down and we ease the hips back towards the heels. You can bring the elbows a little bit closer. Turn your palms up. Just fold the fingers in and out. Always know as well that your body, your breath responds to the movements that you have. So every now and again, bring your attention back to your breathing and make sure that you are breathing. So come back into all fours. Take the hands a little bit further forward, a little bit wider. We ease the hips back towards the heels. The elbows soften. So if you have the tips of the fingers on the floor, imagine the tips of the fingers being drawn back towards the wrists being drawn back towards the shoulders. The elbows in between soften as the crown of the head moves forward. As the hips become heavy, because they are, let the hips drop, but from inside underneath the ribs, lift. Go down into the front parts of the feet to lighten the load in the knees, and then if possible, tuck the toes under to lift the knees and come up into down dog. Let the elbows soften or bend like that, takes the shoulders away from the ears. Let go of the weight of the head. Think of the collarbones coming as far away from the knees as possible. And you feel that whole length of the spine. And then carefully lift the heels to bring the knees down and ease the hips back towards the heels. Bring the elbows a little bit closer in, turn your palms up, and just fold the fingers in a few times. Well done. So we just do a few more things on our knees. If it's too much with your knees, you can pad them up. Actually, if we come out of it, first of all, let's give the knees a bit of rub. So if you bring the legs in front, just give your knees a bit of a rub. These things, they're hard on these, I know, and they're hard on the wrists, so give the wrists a bit of a shake as well. But you know, if we don't use the knees, we don't do weight bearing, then we lose these movements. So if we come into all fours again, so the wrists can be maybe a little bit further forward than the shoulders. We're going to take the right leg back, rock the right heel from side to side, so just find that movement through the hip, and then come back to centre. And if you round the spine ever so slightly, round the spine and then draw the knee in, and then lengthen the leg away. You keep the foot off the floor, or the foot can come down, you do whatever's right for you. Round the spine, draw the knee in, and then lengthen away. Make sure you're breathing. Round the spine, draw the right knee in, and then lengthen away. Round the spine, draw the knee in, and then lengthen away. And then this time, when the knee comes in, right knee comes in, can you bring the right heel just near the left knee? So more or less in line, wherever, you know, and you can use your hand to move the foot. And then bring your hands back, so the right hand is on the outside of the right foot, left hand is on the inside. So you're in this sort of position, like a runner's position. And if you tuck the back toes under, so the left toes tuck under if possible. So take your attention to your left heel. Now rock the left heel from side to side. So you're going to feel that in your knees, and obviously if there's anything on with your knees, it doesn't feel right, you come out of it. But working the knees in this way and putting weight into the knees is also good for knees and good for hips. So then come to centre. So if you think now the left heel, we're going to push the left heel back to lift the left knee. As the left heel goes down, the right leg might straighten, and you feel the weight go into the front foot, you may feel the weight go into the back foot. We lift the left heel, the back heel, to bring the left knee down, and that will bend the right knee. Let go of the weight of your head. We're going to do it twice more if possible. Push the left heel away to lift the left knee. Now as you draw the left heel towards the floor, the front leg, the right leg might straighten, but don't lock it. Well, you can lock it if you like, but just think of it lengthening. Then we lift the left heel to bring the left knee down, and that will bend the front knee. One more time. Think of sending the left heel away and towards the floor to lengthen the legs. You might feel the backs of the legs really respond. Now this time, when we're up here, lift the left heel. Lift the left heel. Now you're going to feel the weight transfer into the front foot and the hands, and then can you step up? Step the left foot up towards the right hand. Bend the knees ever so slightly, and then ever so carefully bring yourself up to stand. Stop there for a few moments. Just get used to standing up. So feel the weight resting into both feet. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So when you're ready, we're going to bring our hands onto our knees. We're going to bring our hands towards the ankles. Let go of the weight of the head. We can bend the knees slightly to bring the hands on the floor. Walk the hands forward till you can bring the knees down. So then you're back in all fours. Stop there for a few moments. You can give the hands a bit of a shake. Lift up one knee at a time. And then we're going to send the left leg back. Rock the left heel from side to side. Just easing into, feeling that connection through the hip. That's all that movement is about. And then stop. So we're going to round or arch the spine, and then we're going to draw the left knee in towards the chest, and then send the left leg back, or the left leg can go back onto the floor. Round or arch the spine to draw the left knee in, and then send it back. Round or arch the spine to draw the left knee in, and then away. Last time, round or arch the spine to send the left knee in, and away. And then this time, when you draw the left knee in, can you bring the left foot so the heel is more or less in line with the right knee. Bring the hands back a little bit, and you can use your hands to adjust the foot. You know, there's no, I won't be cross. So you can then, if it's all right, bring the right heel or the right toes tuck under. Stop for a few moments. Rock the right heel from side to side, because it's that movement through the right heel that will allow the movement through the hip and the spine to respond. So then stop. Now if you push that right heel away, that will lift the right knee. As you send the right heel towards the floor, that will straighten the legs. When you bring the right heel up, feel the weight transfer forward, and then you can bring the knee down. Both knees will bend. You send the right heel back and towards the floor, and the legs will lengthen. So your attention is everything. You lift the right heel, and the knees, or the right knee comes down. Last time, send the right heel away to lift the right knee, to send the right heel towards the floor. Let go of the weight of the head. Then as you bring the right heel up, you feel the weight transfer forward into that front foot, and use that feeling to step forward with the right foot. Bring the hands up, the legs, and come to stand. Well done. Right, so we're going to work into salute to the sun. So you've done the hard work. So I'll do it. I'll modify everything because obviously I can't see you. So I'll make everything as simple as I can. And if something doesn't, obviously if it doesn't feel right, you work in a way that feels right for you. So I'm going to stay sort of this side so you can see me when I step back and everything. So if we start with our hand resting on our chest. Just stop there for a few moments. Let everything settle and feel the weight rest into the feet. Feet are at least a width apart. Focus the gaze. And then when you're ready, we're just going to take the arms up a little bit to wherever they go. Just kind of there is fine. And the gaze can go towards the hands. The shoulders can widen and rest. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, soften the knees, soften the elbows, bring the hands towards the knees, let go of the weight of the head, and the hands might come towards the ankles or a little bit lower. The knees can be quite bent. You're not trying to straighten or strain anything. And if you need to put your hand on a chair, or my little bed there, you can do that. You don't have to bring the hands all the way down. Then we're going to step the right foot back, and we're going to bring the knee on the floor. And then we're going to step the left foot back, or knee back, and bring the knee on the floor. So you're back into the table, all fours, tabletop. And then we're going to ease the hips back towards the heels. Take the hands a little bit further forward, a little bit wider. Rest down into the front parts of the feet. And then when you're ready, the elbows soften, the top of the head moves forward, through the shoulders. As the hips become heavy, let them go, and the spine lifts. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees, you come up into down dog. Elbows are quite soft, let go of the weight of your head, make sure you're breathing. Then when you're ready, lift the heels to bring the knees down. Bring the hands a little bit closer towards the knees. We're going to lift the right knee up to bring the right foot up towards the hands, or you can bring the hands back, or you can use your hands to move the foot. Stop there for a few moments. We're going to tuck the back toes under. So the left toes tuck under. As you push the left heel away, the left knee will lift, and that will straighten the legs. Then we're going to lift the back heel, the left heel. That transfers the weight forward, and you step up. Soften the knees, and up you come. Take the hands onto the chest, stop there for a few moments. Well done. Feel the breath, settle, feel the weight resting into the feet. And then when you're ready, we're going to take the arms up. The gaze goes towards the hands, breathe in. And as you breathe out, elbows soften. We round ourselves down, breathe as you need to. Hands come to the knees or to the ankles, let go of the weight of your head. Hands come to the floor if possible. The knees can be quite bent. Then the left foot steps back, knee comes on the floor. And then the right foot steps back, knee comes on the floor. Stop there for a few moments. Soften the elbows. Send the hips back towards the heels. And as the crown of the head moves forward, 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 rest down into the front parts of the feet to lighten the load in the knees. The hips can drop, but not all the way to the floor, and the crown of the head comes up. Be aware of your breath, and when you're ready, tuck the toes under, lift the knees to come up into down dog, and the elbows stay quite soft. Well done. Still being with your breath. And then from here, we lift the heels to bend the knees come down. You can bring the hands a little bit closer towards the knees, round the spine to lift the left knee, and the left foot comes up towards the hands, or you can bring the hands back or use the hands to bring the foot forward, or wherever feels comfortable for you. Tuck the right toes under if possible. Take your attention to that right heel. As you push the right heel back, the right leg will lift. Now as you bring the right heel up and towards the hands, the weight transfers forward, and you use that energy to bring the leg up, round through the spine to bring yourself to stand. Let the hands come to rest on the chest. Stop there for a few moments. Be with your breath. Well done. It's a really good little sequence to always keep the hips mobile and the knees mobile, spine mobile, so it always helps us get up and down from the floor. So move the shoulders around a little bit. Focus the gaze. So what that sequence is, it's all forward and backwards. So we're just going to do a little rotation. Take the feet a little bit wider, and then just rock the arms from side to side. So this is your rotation. So the full range of movement of the spine is forward and backward bending, which we were doing with that little sequence. This is the rotation. So now we can come to a side bend. So come to centre. So if you let all your weight rest down into the right foot, really rest into the right foot, and we're going to take the right arm up. Right arm goes up. Turn your gaze to look towards the outside of the left foot. The left hand goes down the outside of the left thigh. That takes the right arm over. Think of the right upper arm staying as close to the right ear as possible. Rest down, particularly to the outside edge of the right foot. So you feel that stretch all the way down the right side of the body. Breathe in. As you breathe out, soften the knees. Round forward. Come back up. Stop. Feel the difference in the body. We're going to do the same on the other side. So we rest down into the left foot. We take the left arm up. We turn the gaze to look towards the outside edge of the right ankle, and as the right arm goes down, the left arm goes over. Rest down into the outside edge of the left foot, and you feel that stretch all the way down through the left side of the body. Particularly we're trying to separate the ribs from the hips. Long, long leg. Breathe in. As you breathe out, soften the knees, round forward, and then come back up. Stop there for a few moments. Round or soften the shoulders. So we'll just do that little sequence that we did before one more time, and then we'll come to rest. If you come to the top of your mat, I'll come here so you can see me when I step back. So let the hands come to rest on the chest. Relax the shoulders. We take the arms up and the gaze follows. The elbows can stay quite soft. Breathe in. As we breathe out, round forward. Hands can come to the knees or to the ankles. Knees can stay quite soft. Hands on the floor. The right foot steps back. Knee comes down. Left foot steps back. Ease the hips back towards the heels. Hands go a little bit further forward, a little bit wider. Elbows soften. Shoulders are wide. As the crown of the head moves forward, let the hips be heavy. The gaze go forward. From inside underneath the ribs, you lift. Tuck the toes under, come into down dog. Keep the elbows quite soft. Make sure you're breathing. Then from here we bring the knees down. Bring the hands a little bit closer towards the knees, round the spine. Lift the right knee to bring the right foot up to between the hands. Or you can bring the hands back, or you can move the foot with the hands. Tuck the back toes under. As you lift the back knee, the left knee, the heel goes down. Now as you lift the left heel, transfer the weight forward and use that feeling, that momentum to step up. Soften the knees, round through the spine and up you come. Stop for a few moments. One more time on the other side. Hands can rest on the chest. Just let your breath slow down. When you're ready, we take the arms forward and up. The gaze can follow. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring the hands down. Breathe as you need to. As the hands come a little bit lower, the knees can stay quite soft. Let go of the weight of your head. Then the left foot steps back. Knee comes down. Right foot steps back. Knee comes down. Ease the hips back towards the heels. Take the hands a little bit further forward, a little bit wider. Well done. Then as the crown of the head moves forward, think of the elbows coming back towards the hips or the knees. Elbows can stay quite a little bit soft. Really be aware of the weight of your hips. Wide open shoulders, wide open chest. Tuck the toes under, come up into down dog. Can we still keep that sense of width across the shoulders and across the collarbones? Let go of the weight of your head. And then carefully lift the heels to bring the knees down. So you're back in all fours, well done. We're going to bring around the spine, bring the left knee in. Take the left foot up to between the hands, or you can bring the hands back or use the hands to move the foot. Tuck the back toes under. As we lift the back knee, the back heel will go down. Now if we lift the back heel, the right heel comes up and transfer the weight forward. So use that momentum to step the right foot up, soften the knees, and you come up to stand. And then you stop and just feel what it is and how you feel in your body, the work that you've done, the full movements you have with the spine. And then just for the last few moments or so, we're going to carefully bring ourselves down onto the floor. Coming down. Give the knees a little bit of a rub actually. It's a lot of work on the knees, but you know, it's a good little sequence to work with. And then ever so carefully bring yourself down. Let the hands come to rest on your body. Keep the eyes open for a few moments, so really having that sense of where you are. And only when you're ready, close your eyes. If it's possible, close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And then where your hands are resting, whether maybe one hand on the belly, one hand on the base of the ribs, consciously breathe into those hands, into the body, breathing in. Feel the chest rise, the belly rise, and as you breathe out, really long, slow, deep breath out. Really let the weight of your body be given to the floor. And when you breathe in, consciously, with awareness, breathe into the hands. The hand above to the hand below. And as you breathe out, really long, slow, deep breath out. Breathing out. And continue to breathe in this way, and every time you breathe out, can you just let the weight of your body be given a little bit more to the floor. And then in your own time, start to move your hands, start to move your toes, roll the shoulders, and the head from side to side. Opening the eyes when you're ready, and you can, if you want to, you can stretch, take the arms overhead, stretch through the legs, whatever feels good for you. Till eventually you just roll onto your side and come to sit up. And getting ready for the rest of the day. Well, thank you everybody.